Hello, everyone. This is Zan, and today we will be doing a probably a shorter stream than before. I doubt we'll actually finish the game, but we will do some more Dominions Enhanced in the late age as Florida. Rotterdam. I played around with them a little bit, and I thought they were kind of fun. They play kind of unique to some nations, and I was kind of excited to try them on stream. Why not? We are going to also do the fast research. I think Pelaware was the map I wanted to do. We're also going to do fast research just to see how that affects the ability to start and end a game, in one stream kind of deal, like a 2 or 3 hour. Just because I don't think I got the energy to do 3 hours and 4 hour streams. So I'd like to end them earlier. So we'll do 8 players. We'll put them on Mighty. I am going to be Rotterland, the flooded country. So essentially, it's a muddy lowland where the sun neither warms you, nor dries the damp from your cloak. It was once green and prosperous. Unfortunately, there's a terrible flood, which thousands drowned or perished from famine and disease. After that's when they got conquered by Marignan. For 3 years, they were bombarded. Okay, so essentially, in the Bayou Nation, kind of. That's why the Florida Man represent. So essentially, they got flooded, conquered by Marignan, besieged for 3 years, and then right as the pikemen of Marignan were surging over the walls, they opened the gate of the dike. Mermen flooded through the breach and beat up all these Marignese. So Rotterland is now free and swampy. Our troops are kind of like, they're essentially the Marignese almost troops, those kind of like Renaissance era dudes. They have these arbalestiers or arbalesters, and these guys are actually pretty freaking good because they have this Pavis shield, which I think personally, I think the shield, like thematically, I think it would be interesting if the shield did almost nothing for your melee defense, but just gave you this massive parry value. But since it doesn't really do that, it actually makes these arbalesters pretty good. And the arbalest being just a souped up crossbow that fires every 3 rounds instead of every 2 rounds. And so this arbalester is pretty good already. Like, I would use this. But then they get a specific one for the capital that's even better, that has higher precision and just crazy stats across the board. For not that much more. But they're cap only, but they're not sacred, right? So you can get a lot of these guys. And there's not a lot of sacreds in the game that are going to be happy getting hit by 16 armor piercing damage from an arbalest with this crazy precision. And usually I think this nation gets paths to bump up the precision a little bit more. Outside of that, their actual melee infantry are kind of trash. I like that they get the Chargeteer. I don't think Marinon gets this, and it's just a dude with a shield. That's kind of all needed. But this nation has an interesting way of handling melee, so we'll get to that. But the Chargeteer probably wouldn't be bad, so he doesn't get shot by his teammates. Maybe. They get a Sergeant, which has really good stats, but they're actually really expensive. I wouldn't spam these guys, just because the gold cost is really high. Hello, Kidson. They have these cuirassiers with the hand crossbows and the mobile archer, which is... I really like mobile archer in Dominion 6, so I'd be pretty excited to use some of these. They have lancers, which are knights, but not great, but they're knights, and knights is good. They have a sacred that exists. It's definitely one of the sacreds of all time. I probably won't use this outside of extraordinary circumstances. They can go underwater, and their mage core, it exists to do like 1 or 2 things, but otherwise their mages aren't... their mages are good, right? You get the doctor, and the doctor is either going to be a death 2 or a nature 2. Very rarely it can be a 3 in one of those, but it's unlikely. The Levy Master is actually a really, really good mage, and recruitable anywhere. The only issue with it is it's going to be really expensive to just spam these guys out, but they're really good because they can get the Water 3 or Earth 2. Technically other paths, but we don't care about those. Their cap mage is a mermage that can go underwater. This guy's actually kind of bugged right now. This 90 size points is a lie. 90 size points is about 30 humans. When they actually go in the water, this changes to 30 size points. And so the other 20 humans are going to drown. So we're going to try to remember this. And I guess the whole purpose of getting underwater would be to unlock this mermage, which is your source of astral. You have the other paths, but it's your source of astral. And these merman hoplites, which would synergize infinitely better with your arbalesters. But by the time you get underwater and then you build a fort and you build enough hoplites, we have plans. Summon-wise, they get a bunch of angels, whatever the DE angels are, which you need a bunch of astral for. You will get mud warriors, which I don't... This is like a Clayman plus. It's really important that they slime the shit around them, and these guys are a really good frontline if you can get a lot of them. And you can, straight out of Florida, or the Bayou, you got mosquitoes. And then when you summon mosquitoes, you get more mosquitoes, and you get more mosquitoes and more mosquitoes. And the mosquitoes are pretty good. Outside of that, you get some summonable casters. This Moss Maiden has fantastic bats. The White Weaven, or Witty... Excuse the cough. The Ghost Chick is your source of glamour, but if you get Earth or Air, you're going to be kind of sad. You really just want the glamour path from this chick. And then later on, we can summon SCs, which is, I think, is just a DE thing, right? Okay, so enough about that. So we're going to go do Rotterland against random land nations. I don't know if I should do a water nation. Maybe. I don't want to, so I'm not going to. And so for the Pretender, I have created this guy. So this is Byzantium the Sunfather, and I kind of like this chassis a lot. Hey, Ballin. I really like this chassis a lot because it is technically a Trinity, but he doesn't give a shit about his little side characters. They care about him, but he honestly doesn't really care. He's not, the greatest at going out and doing things, but I really wanted a big air caster in the nation, and I also wanted a big astral caster in the nation, so I can do the angels, right? There's no guarantee I end up using him, but kids in who? Are you a viewer? I don't recognize you, sir. So pretty much I just wanted air and astral on a Pretender. I wanted it to be a Titan because I wanted to use a Titan for no other reason than I want to. And this guy just fit the bill. It was either this guy or some other Archangel-looking dude, but I like that this guy came with two little minions. One of them is going to be a fire air, and the other one's going to be an astral air. And that's just useful. He's expensive as hell, that's why my scales and everything suck. And yeah, so that's what we're doing. And let me load up my settings, but one thing I want to do... where is it? I want to do magic research is easy. Again, I just kind of want to test how this feels in regards to how long I stream for. Because if this makes it so that I can, win a game in 2 to 3 hours rather than 4 to 5, I feel like I would appreciate that very much, right? Thank you, Ballin. I didn't know if people would get that. Ballin's musical taste will be our prophet. He's a captain. He can't actually sail with troops. He can just sail by himself. Every commander on the nation can sail. They get spies instead of scouts. But they don't get... the only commander that can sail with troops is this guy, the shipper. And the shipper is coastal only. Which is kind of weird, but it is what it is. Let's see. So our first turn, we have a pretty basic army, but I think I kind of just want to do some knights. For the first turn, maybe an extra Arbalestier or Oslam Marksman. And then we can just get started on research with the doctors. And our research note, see, what easy research does is just going to have the research cost of everything, which when research is exponential, that's not the biggest deal. But maybe it gets the ball rolling earlier. So the first thing I kind of want is, not send mosquito, I want summon Mosquito Swarm. So that all of our doctors, every single one, can summon 2 mosquitoes in combat. technically we can do this as an assassination, and I feel like this is just ridiculous. How cheap and early you get this, it's kind of crazy. But it is kind of expensive, so I guess that kind of makes up for how cheap early it is, but it is expensive, and technically you're in late age. I bump up the gems by 10 just because I want to, but balance-wise, that'd be good. And then after that, after we summon mosquitoes, I want to go up enchantment 5 for Horde of Skeletons, so that each doctor can do something. Righto. So we've got that, we've got this, and we can hit end turn. And we find a gold deposit on the first turn, which is good. Grab this. Bakemono. Heavy infantry. Heavy infantry. I kind of feel like Bakemono's it. And you can't cast anything useful this first turn, right? Fine arrow, web. I mean, if you web the Bakemono, we're going to risk it. Just because it's the first expansion, and this is the most important one. Hold and fire. You can just do Serve to Courage and spells. And this guy, Fatigue 20, spam web. He's not going to cast web at the beginning because it's short range, but... Wait. I have a bless. I didn't even talk about the bless. I really don't care about the bless for this nation, really, because the sacreds are... Hey, it's the God of Falsehood. These are the Dutch? Yes, these are the Dutch. These are Floridians. These are the people of the Bayou. Bless-wise, I just took Fire Resistance, Penetration, and Farcaster. It's honestly not important. I'm rarely going to use this. The only reason I did is because I'm going to have a lot of these Nature Death Mages, and technically Nature and Death Magic uses a lot of magic resistance checks, and has really good spells that tend to be on short range. So if I was going to bless them with something, Reinvigoration would be better, but there wasn't an Astral Air Earth option in the Titans for this nation. So we're just going to go with Farcaster and all that fun stuff. But Reinvigoration would be infinitely better for these guys. They can lead troops. They can't lead troops. Or they can't lead a lot of troops. That's okay. You don't think of Floridians and the Dutch in the same category? Personally, I don't know much about the Dutch and their territory and if they're swampy or not, but as a Floridian, I can guarantee you we got swamps. Our swamps got swamps. We got mosquitoes. Oh damn, that is actually really good range on casting web. Wow. Honestly, not even bad. I'm losing 2 knights. I'm gonna lose probably a 3rd knight. That's pretty bad. Okay, I'm losing all my knights. There's a fire elemental coming, but the pikes probably can handle it. Okay, that was awful, but watching the webs land was pretty cool. So I'll take it. And now this guy will kind of do the same. And I hope I don't die here. But we can now bump up our knights, right? Barely. Soon I'll just swap over to the Oslam Marksman. The thing with them is you kind of want a critical mass of them, and then they just do really good. Hold an attack rear. This guy will do the same thing, web. Hopefully they don't get shot, right? Yeah, hopefully they don't get shot. Actually, I'll swap to the Oslam Marksman early. Why not? Okay, we've got our 6 PD, and we're going. Any good mercs? I rarely use mercenaries. There's probably good mercenaries. I'll check it. Oh, that's not good. Because I do have a lot of gold. So you're right, I probably should have checked for mercs. Javelins into pikes is not Not ideal. The webcasts are on freaking point, though. Okay, so we are technically fighting some of the commanders back there, but we don't really have a lot of knights. The crossbowmen are firing in the back, too, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's not good. Oh, I always forget. Ah. Okay, so we've switched to shooting at the infantry in front of me. That's really good, but my front line is routing. So I might lose mages on this. That's not ideal. And my back line is routing, and I... Okay. That's kind of unfortunate. But it is what it is. It's not the biggest deal. You know, it's not the biggest deal. The knights aren't the greatest, but they're knights, and they should do better than they did. Let's grab one of these. Next turn will be fine, and let's see if we can do mercenaries. We can't. We'll just research this turn. Just trying to see if there's like a throne nearby or an enemy nearby. Okay, so we don't need this commander. Our commander did survive, which means more marksmen. And these guys are really good. Pelawar is such a nice map. Yeah, I really like the maps from this guy. I think they're all really pretty. I wonder if he's going to come in and do the same thing he did and add the underground caves to the nation. The only thing that kind of worries me about adding those caves is the... obviously, it's going to make the map a little bit bigger. And, I don't know, I feel like it's a good size. I feel like it's a good size as it is. Hold on, no. I want you on hold and attack rear, and you on guard commander. Kind of wish I could put these guys in a separate squad. But I feel like it's kind of a good size as it is, and if you add... if you start adding a bunch of cave provinces, then it might get too big. Do I want a bunch of spearmen? I mean, kind of, right? My army's just crossbowmen. Technically, also, I could have made the Pretender dormant, and I think it would have been fine, but I don't know... I don't know kind of like the tempo. How did I already miss? I don't know the tempo of easy research. So I don't know if maybe making him imprisoned is way too late. Oh, this guy... They had no commander. It's dumb. I don't know the tempo. So I... Ooh. Hello there. I can't fight that right now. Not with this army. I can't risk it. But we will keep that in mind. Okay. Yeah, that's probably fine. Take this, grab this, sail around. Well, this guy can't sail, but the other guys can sail. Mercenaries. It looks like they all died. Oh, here's Abyssia and the Throne of the First Age. That's probably fine, because maybe I can just put a fort here, and now this island is going to be like a really good choke point against Abyssia. So maybe I just do that rather than coming onto all this land. Because we can sail, right? We have to abuse our mobility, so I should kind of go around the sea. But it's good to know. It's Abyssia. They can't cross rivers. Okay, that's not greatest, but these guys look pretty freaking cool. I like the little floof stripes that they've got. Okay, now we're going to do nothing, because round 1. We're going to wait till round 3 to fire again. Just kind of chill. Take a sip. Okay. I probably should have put the lancers on the edges. I really like how they look, by the way. I don't think they're super good compared to other Knights of the Era, but I really like their color scheme. Okay. And normally you would be worried here about these heavy infantry getting up but the Oslam marksmen have such good stats, like 15 defense. They've got decent protection. Honestly, their biggest concern is that they have a dagger, and then if they shoot themselves in the back. But they are their own front line, which is pretty cool. And they will fuck shit up with a dagger. Pretty good. Okay, so that should be enough for them to function on their own. We can send this guy back. We can stop recruiting other guys and get even more resources. And I'm not too concerned over the movement, like moving one turn at a time, because I'll be able to sail around this lake, and I'm sure there's probably going to be an enemy up here, and probably another one over here. And usually there's an enemy right there. Yeah, there's Ulm. Okay, so Ulm probably will take offense to me moving into Defaros, but Zweihanders and Ghoul Guardians tend to have a bad time against crossbows. So Arbalestiers are probably extra bad for them. If I made a bunch of pikemen, where would I send them? Into the Pegasus? Let me think. We have units here already. So why don't I go grab this, and I bring the pikemen here? Especially since this army can't sail. Our first shipper, Commander Kidson. We're just going to name him Kidson. Or our latest viewer, right? The newest viewer we've had. Just turn 1. Wipe out their back line. And then do nothing for a little bit, but their crossbows should do nothing to me. So I'm going to speed this up. I wish I could put these guys in the back. I was kind of hoping for the close range volley to wipe out the heavy infantry. That's nice. Alrighties. So we lose, yeah, just the crossbowmen, and the Oslam marksmen do the rest of the work for me. Keep moving up here. An empty cave. And we put down a lot of money for Armored Fist of God, and Erythea just really didn't care. So that's kind of annoying. I want to wait one more turn before I send this army out, and I think I'll send them like down here or maybe up here. Oh shit, we got a death 3. That's pretty good. We got no gems. That's okay. We just keep researching until I get the mosquitoes. We've got 3 commanders. We can double recruit this. We're moving up to here. This will probably be fine. Okay. Freshly acquired. Yes. I heard you, you made like a Nurgle series or something that was pretty good. Something like that, right? No archers for you. It's kind of like I'm playing Nuln again, a little bit, right? With Warhammer, where it's just we just have this overwhelming ranged firepower. This is not the rear, gentlemen. I feel like if these guys should have a short sword, or if they had a short sword, they'd be even stronger, but I feel like they should have a short sword instead of a dagger. Because, like, I don't know, wielding a dagger with a Pavis sounds miserable. I mean, trying to fight with the Pavis already sounds miserable, but then trying to do it with a dagger. Okay. So I will drop a fort here at some point. There's no neighbors nearby, so I'm going to chill with that fort for now. I see Abyssia is marching down to Defaros. Okay, and let's send out now this other force, and we're actually going to split these guys up. Holding fire, holding fire. Something like that. And maybe I do just 2 dudes on guard commander. just to prevent any shenanigans, right? I won't actually sail. Let me just come into the next province. Because if I sail and they die, there's no retreat, and then I lose everything, and I don't want to do that for reasons, right? I feel like I should start site searching with one of these guys. Ooh, this one. This one's going to be a good site searcher. Because I'm going to end up with the research to do things, but not the... I'm going to end up with the research, but I'm going to have no gems to do anything. A death 3 random, theoretical death 4 access via Twiceborn? Yes. I don't know if I... Well, death 4 would be good, so yeah, just Twiceborning him would be a good idea. I hadn't actually considered that, so that's pretty solid. Apparently in the original non-DE version, they had great clubs and muskets. I didn't know that there was... Jesus. I didn't know that there was a non-DE version of this nation. Muskets sounds cool. Great clubs, though. Why? That sounds like an odd... Is it meant to be like that stick with a spike at the end of it that I always see so much when it comes to, like, Flanders or whatever? I feel like a short sword would be fine. A dagger just seems kind of short when your shield is that massive. Pike and Shot, Age of Wonders did a fine job. I want to return to Age of Wonders one day. I've heard it's gotten really good, and apparently the version I bought has all the DLC, or not all of it, but a lot of the DLC. So I'd be excited to return to Age of Wonders one day. More for funsies, less for this is good, this is bad. I'm surprised how well the that one Lancer is doing, by the way. Okay, and the Mushwood. We're doing good on those. Okay, I guess I lost to some Edens. Let's fix that. And I can get more of these guys now. The good thing they're not sacred. You just get so many. Next turn, I think I'll get another one. And I think I could probably take another province here. Let's start this lab, and we'll send... can anyone else site search? I don't want to risk him. We'll send this guy first. Oh, that's beautiful, Matt. Oh, that's beautiful map move because there's a road. Yeah, that's too far to sail. Because the sailing distance, I think, is just 2. Right? I can only sail to this one. Can these guys fight yet? No, not yet. One more turn and they can fight. More heavy crossbowmen would be great. Am I going to have a commander? No, he's moving here. If I do the heavy crossbowmen here, and we're going to pump this up, because I want to get these, and the AI keeps telling me no. So 819. Heavy crossbowmen, let's do this. Lore explains that they use their guns as clubs. I mean, yeah. Old age muskets. You flip them around and bonk people over the head. That makes sense. I think the Great Club is a statistically strong weapon in this game, though, so I'm not sure if that'd be balanced good. But that's just nitpicking. But using their guns as club. Let me read. Does it still say that? In the final battle for freedom, they were besieged for 3 long years. They were bombarded by fire and lightning till only the walls stood. Okay, that's a weird. So all the city behind them was gone. They endured, supplied only by sea. Okay, that's great. Only the skilled and lucky survived the siege, and through necessity, they became talented marksmen. Now they use powerful obelisks that can kill an armored knight at 100 paces. They'll count as 3 regular soldiers when defending a fortress during a siege, and they're used to the flooded lands and resistant to diseases. You wonder if they're based on the Genoese crossbowmen. I mean, yeah, the Pravis and a crossbow. That's kind of what those dudes were famous for. No, all the gun-related stuff was removed. Yeah, so are they, like, in the 4th Age mod, then? I remember that one had guns. That's pretty done. Oh, that's not good. And that's why I didn't want to sail there. That was not a good first volley. Oh, that's a problem. They get one here at point blank. Do some damage. No, they already get lanced. Yeah, and then the damage is so spread out. They didn't even dismount a lot of them. Oh, the commander died. That's unfortunate. We lost 10 on the retreat as well. Of course. Why wouldn't we have an assassin kill my dude? Of course. Well, we're going to get 10 more there. That'll leave us with 50. We already had 50 against this, and that didn't quite work out, so we are going to need to reinforce it. And we're going to reinforce it with some mages. Wait, you guys can just sail. Okay, so you'll just chill there for one more turn. Okay, so now these guys, they've got stronger armor, worse stats, even in darkness, but they have a broadsword. So we'll keep them in front of our units because we don't want them to die. Or we don't want my units to die. Oh shit, Erythea's over here. That's gonna be a problem. Erythea is gonna be a problem because they're gonna challenge us for the underwater. Okay, I might need some more shippers. Now that I'm building a palisade, I kind of want to bump up the PD here. If they move into Defaros, I'll bump up the PD here in Durland, but I don't necessarily want to do that now. Okay, now we'll run up to Enchantment 5, and then I think we do Alteration 5. You don't think they're in 4th Age? Fair enough. That was a fun little mod. I really like the idea of it, and I like how a lot of the nations did the guns. So for those who don't know, 4th Age was a Dominions 5 mod that just adds, quote-unquote, another age after the Late Age, so it's a lot of Napoleonic era kind of line battles, things like that. I was really fond of Ulm, that was just really vampire-based. So you had like these vampiric musketmen and stuff. I thought that was really good. I think they were all very pop kill, but then you can summon vampires that create gold for you. So I thought it was an interesting mechanic where you want to essentially blood hunt your land to nothing, to then summon these vampires which create gold for you. And now you're left with these immortal vampires that provide you with gold. And all your lands are empty. Okay. And so now we're going to do the best script of all time, which is just summon mosquitoes. Let's also split these guys up. Keep that all here. Later on, we'll give them bodyguards or something, but for now, just summon mosquitoes. And my site searcher had died, right? I don't want to site search with him, so I'll just site search with this guy. Okay, let's... I think this will be fine because we're sending the mages, so let's send this group here. Okay, keep scouting out. Are these expansion armies good enough? I think so. So I might switch over for a few turns to pikemen and these mermages so that I can go underwater and maybe I can get there and contest Erythea. Do I have another? I kind of want to do one more shipper, one more set of marksmen, and then I'll go underwater. Okay. So in Duvan. Okay. I'm assuming we just shoot the crap out of them. Like, all the heavy infantry's almost dead already. Yeah. Other nations cast spells, we cast crossbow. Okay. So they're doing the heavy cavalry thing again, but I think we have more crossbowmen, and now we have mosquitoes. Welcome to Florida, bitches. And mosquitoes have a lot of attack skill and defense skill. They have air shields, so it's hard to shoot them, or rather, it's hard for me to shoot my own mosquitoes. They have 2 hit points, so they don't die to the first repel. I don't know if they can be repelled. Cannot be repelled. Okay. And they explode. They do disease on death, which, if I have a gazillion doctors, curing disease and my dudes are disease resistant is not a big deal. I like how like there's a mosquito cloud and then it has just more tiny little mosquitoes with it. I really think that's cool. I wonder why this one is size 3. And this one is... Yeah, I wonder why the last one has different stats. It's not a big deal. Oh yeah, and they fly, so they're just gonna go to the back line and just be miserable little assholes. I was kind of hoping that some of them would fight the cavalry, though. That would be pleasant. Yes, just do that. Just do that. And then there's just mosquitoes. There you go. And then like, they don't do much. Like, one little poison damage. I mean, it's an armor negating. I guess it's on the destrier. Just, you know, horseflies. And yeah, they're just there to make the enemy be miserable, and then in the meantime we shoot them. Because they're sitting there swatting mosquitoes. I don't know, if you get a gazillion of these doctors, especially if you give them that reinvigoration bless I wanted, then this just becomes absurd. And like, even as a player, like, dealing with this sounds extra miserable, just because ideally I don't need doctors to fight pale ones. It becomes more absurd as a player trying to deal with it, because now if you're a nation that has, you know, pajama mages, now you have to perpetually keep them safe, because if not, a mosquito is going to kill them. And that just sounds hilarious. Ooh, Earth 2 site. Just a free Earth 2 site like that? Okay, so now we're going to start doing these mermages. And so I'm going to double up on those, and I'm going to do pikemen. Each mermage is 10 pikemen. So we'll do... I can recruit a lot of pikemen. Okay, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. And now we're going to add some of these sergeants because they are standard bearers, and they also do... they're not bad, I just don't want my entire army to be them because they're expensive. Let me see, sailing-wise, I can sail to Ashington from my capital, so I'll do another fort here. My next army that I create, I'll try to take to Faros. Okay, cool. The mercenaries expire this turn. Do I want to keep that contract? Not really. So that's okay. It's harassment. Yeah. Yeah, reduce the defense. I mean, that's a lot of attacks. A burial mound. Alright, so a lot of these fights are starting to look kind of samey, so I will start skipping through them. Until we start fighting the enemy, right? Yeah, that's just a handful of pale ones. We got some blood slaves, Femini. Oh, and my pretender's up. Okay, so we have Byzantium, Constantinople, and Istanbul. Pretty cool. I don't think we have an incarnate bless that matters. So the main thing, again, I really like this chassis, even though it's expensive as shit, because one, it's a Titan, and Titans are great. Even if probably he's not going to do much for a while, this nation doesn't really need him, unless under pressure. But I like that you get these 2 little helpers. And when they separate from him, they only lose one path each. So this is still... So like if I send this chick on her own, she's still going to be a Fire 1 Air 3, and an Air 3 is really good. She still has a really good weapon and awe and vulnerability. And this one's going to be just a really big Astral Mage that can also summon angels or whatever eventually. And so one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have this chick Sight Search, the Fire 1. I don't necessarily want to do that with Pretender. He might die, and we don't want him to die. Do I build a fort here in Hynaf, or do I do it in Forest of Springs? That's Erethea's cap circle, so I think I just do this here. Start the Palisade. I'm doing 40 PD because that is what Darkside Cookies had recommended in our last game, and I think it worked pretty well. Oh man, the pupper is snoring. Let me do the PD next turn. This turn I will drop a fort here as well, and I'll just patrol. Midgard. Midgard shouldn't be a big deal if it's the AI Midgard. If it was a player Midgard, we'd be in trouble, because player Midgard can do air shield and have elves. But if it's AI Midgard, I think we'll be okay. They're going to have a lot of flying units because they're going to spam those air gems. Oh, shit, here's Ulm. I might have to fight for Devaros. I mean, how much do I really care about Devaros, though? I don't know. Send you out Sight Searching, and send you out Sight Searching. Oh, we've already got one there searching, so never mind. Okay. I should maybe recruit a Levy Master or two and have them Sight Search as well, so I can get Earth Gems. We'll do that. We'll do that next turn. I'm poor. I'm poor because I'm dropping 2 forts. But I'm trying to take what I learned from the last game without Kara and the advice given to me by you guys on how to beat up the AI without doing the non-aggression packs. So I'll move here. This guy. He will move here. Guys, Sight Search auto. So you build the tempo. You build that. And we'll be bumping up the PD there. Okay, this chick's on auto search. So you see, like, I mean, it's not a fantastic mage, but I don't otherwise have really high air magic. So having an air 3 just like that is really good. And then this guy can eventually craft boosters for them. If I end up fighting there, can this guy help? There's a really good spell in this game. This one. Desert Winds is really good. But I don't think I have fire gems. This is a really crazy good spell. So if I end up fighting... I have to fight Ulm for Devaros, I'll send the Pretender in and have him cast Desert Winds, and this chick can cast... probably nothing. Yeah, probably nothing. Okay, so these dudes, we have 66 units and 4 mages. If they take 10 dudes each underwater, we're still a little bit behind. So no, I can't really do that Levy Master. What I can do, though, is let me recruit 2 more, and then go back to the Oslam Marksman spam. Because this should be enough to go underwater. We would have to do them in sets like this, though. Something like that. There you go, he's got 10. I'll move these guys up here. I think, well, isn't there a spell, too, that I can cast? To, like, make them go underwater better? I don't recall. There might be. I don't remember. If you guys do DE more than I do, let me know. Okay, so we'll just do this kind of like hold an attack. Hopefully I have Alteration by now. I don't, but I'm okay, let me get Alteration real quick. Because I want to do at least Moss Body. Moss Body will help me go underwater really good. Or really well. We've got our Fortress up here. I'll just start nothing because I'm poor. But I'll eventually start a Levy Master up there as well. And then just spam Doctors. Desert Wind seems crazy good. Anyone who can cast it has Archer seems like a huge draw. Welcome to DE Baratos early game. Yeah, it's I feel like okay, thank God for fire gems. I'll flash it up again in a second. Let me oh no, you have to. I'll flash it up again in a second. Ooh, perfect. It looks like somebody just tried to fight in there and failed. So I don't even need to cast it. But I'll flash it up in a second, because I think for an enchantment 3 spell, 5 extra precision at an area of effect 25 and fire arrows is kind of crazy. I feel like this spell does a lot. Now it's like a weird crosspath that maybe a lot of nations don't get. But where is regular flaming arrows? Is it alteration or enchantment? Neither. Is it in construction? Okay, so I guess there's no gem cost, but regular flaming arrows is less area of effect. You need 3 fire instead of 2 fire, 1 air. But it's less area of effect and no gem cost, and it's construction 4. So this is enchantment 3, and you get more area of effect. You get the fire damage, but then you also have 5 precision. So I feel like this is a little early in the tech tree for what it does. Because all the precision spells, where are those? I think those are enchantment. The True Shot Warriors is enchantment 4 and still has a less area of effect and only yeah. No, I don't know. I think it's too much. I think it's too much. We're going to keep these guys in the back because the Pegasus fly sometimes. Okay, so let's drop a lab. Bump up that PD. And now we'll have at least, 3... Oh, did I lose 10 PD here? Okay, I guess I never bumped it up to 40. Okay, and now we're going to have 3 kind of like choke pointy spots that hopefully the AI doesn't mess with me, and then I can just sail around and be an asshole. Okay, and we need, we're doing the mermage thing, so you guys get down here. Oh no. Okay. And then I'll do those 2 more mermages, and that should do the rest. We got 4 more pikemen. Okay, and then that should do the rest. I don't need any more mermages. I don't need any more pikemen. I can go back to the Othlam guys, and then I can go beat up somebody. Ulm fighting in a swamp sounds like a low-hanging fruit, but I kind of want to abuse the sailing and go around the little lake. Because, that's what... Show off more of the national features, right? Okay, so Ulm came over to beat me up, so maybe I should have sent my Pretender. I don't know what his bless is, or if he's even blessing his units. He is. Reanimator bless. Okay, I mean, it's a bless. Black Knights are kind of scary, but I hope I have enough Arbalists that I can definitely deal with them. Especially the mount doesn't have a shield, so it's 22 protection against the Arbalist. I should be able to dismount them kind of frequently, especially right now with this point blank shot. Do work, please. Please do work. Please do work. Okay. They're also on their horses. Okay, thank you. This reanimator is actually getting kind of annoying. Shit. I don't want to get into a blood feud with Ulm. Because again, I want to sail about and be an asshole that way, right? So, if I don't get the Crystal Amazons, I mean, it is what it is. Sometimes it just be that way. Sometimes you just bump into Sacreds with an awful bless, and they beat you up anyways. Because you're too cheap to send your Pretender in, when you know you should have. Okay, so my Prophet just went down. I have another commander in the back. Of all the lance charges, that was not very powerful looking. Well, Darkside Cookies, welcome back. I hope your predicament was resolved. These guys are badasses. They have this really strong Pavis shield and really high defense score, and their armor and health is, it's good. So odds are, at least the first lance attack, there's a good chance that they either blocked it with the shield or dodged it outright. The Ghoul Guardian's kind of running off the back to do who knows what. Might work out in my favor. I'm surprised they're still fighting. I thought I killed their commander. Oh, their commander's all the way back here. Apparently I shot out his horse from under him. These Black Light Knights look so cool when they're dismounted, though. Is it just the commander in the back? Badass. Okay, so now this group is surrounded. But I think they're holding on. Their morale is pretty solid. Ninjas with shields. Yeah. Covering each other's back. And I think at this point we might be okay. Okay. That was spotty. And that was just 9 Black Templar. That's... Boy. Okay, but we lost our prophet, which is fine. I mean, do we really want to keep the prophet as a captain anyways? We get a sectarian group, which I don't feel like dealing with. So I'm just going to bump up the PD rather than do something about it. And then I'm going to hope and pray that Ulm does not take offense to this. And then I'm just going to try to defend this province against them and build a fort there for the Crystal Amazons. That do not synergize in any way with the rest of my build, but more air magic is more gooder, probably. Okay, put that there. Okay. So now I should be able to go underwater. Let me see. This seems like an easier province to go to. Everything's on hold and attack. Do we have any spells that can actually help them? I can definitely do a lot of like water magic. No, I don't really have any buffs. I don't necessarily want to fail my first underwater attack. So what I'll do, script who can be scripted. Script who can be scripted. That's about it. And then everyone else will do something. Underwater, you can't even misform yourself. Jesus. Electrify current, you can't do that either. Underwater, this guy's pretty useless. Water magic wise. Or air magic wise. He can water power to water 2. And then cast gooey water. Or freeze. Freeze is super good. Okay, so you'll do water power and maybe an ice shield. Gosh, their defense is awful. So not ice shield, the other one, water shield. And then advancing spells. Now the 3 water mages themselves, I'm actually going to send them in with gems. And I'm going to hope that they're conservative with those gems. So this, they should cast it for 1 gem each. So I'll give them 3 gems for 3 provinces. They're all on conservative. And in theory, they'll do that for 3 provinces. I hope. And everyone should be on advancing spells. Let me see. Hey, good night, Kidson. Water power into cold bolts. Can they cast cold bolts underwater? No, they can't do it underwater. This would be a good one, though. I like freeze, but it's just such short range. Let me bump. Okay, how many squads do I have? So let me do some of these squads to be kind of here. Something like that. And then let me grab one of you here and one of you here, maybe. Because I don't want the attack rear squad to just kill all my commanders. That would be embarrassingly bad. Yeah, let's pump out some Levy Masters and go back to our marksmen. Sad. D, well, cookies, they added, I think D has done a decent job with underwater. They've added a lot of spells that make it easy to go underwater, or easier to go underwater. And they've added a lot more mages that can do it. And they've added a lot more underwater only spells and summons. So I think they've done a decent job. The issue with this Rotterland is I think you're meant to go underwater, but then these guys right now are bugged in that the gift of water breathing that they have underwater doesn't match what they have on land. And in a test game, I drowned 2/3 of my army because of that. So I'm trying not to do that again, for obvious reasons. Okay. So you're a water 3 with 2 gems. Okay, good. You only used 1 gem. And we got a bunch of sharks. Good. Oh. Water strike. Holy shit. Holy shit. Water strike. Holy shit. Change of plans. I'm gonna change that script because that was amazing. And we caught the prophet. Or the sneaky guys. That was really good. So hold your horses. These air mages that you're gonna be kind of useless. Can you do like true shot? What do you mean you can't do this underwater? What do you mean you can't cast it underwater? That's dumb. You can sing underwater. You can sing underwater, but you can't cast true shot? Like, what? Whatever. That was great. Don't water shield, just water strike. Yeah, just do that. That was really good. I'm impressed. I always thought water strike was a garbage spell. That was pretty good. All right, let's get some ichthyds as part of this. Underwater's a no fun zone. All right. Let me send this guy down here. And you keep building that. You can just patrol there for a long time. We should send a dude to do something about that. We're at enchantment 4, so let's twice born this guy and see if he moves up to death 4. Our first levy master is an earth 2, which is great. Okay. Taking this farm would be good, but I would have to also bump up the PD on it to a gazillion. And I want my first war. I think Erythea would be a problem, because not only they're magic, but they're also going to contest me underwater. But I think I have a good matchup against AI Vanheim, or Midgard. I think I have a good matchup against them outside of their flyers. So, I can do Storm. The problem if I do Storm... The problem with Storm is I don't know if I'll cast it in time for their, like, griffins. The things that are just flying on turn 1. I don't know if I'll cast it in time for that. And then I also will need to cast Wind Guide? Wind Guide. And that's a lot of magic. So I think I'm just going to have to eat them flying down and kicking my ass. I think I'm just going to have to deal with it. And then hope that these guys just knife. Just freaking knife the flyers. I honestly, I think their melee stats are kind of cracked. Turn 1 flyers are faster. Okay, so then, yeah, there's no point in me casting Storm then. It's going to be too much of a pain in the ass. And 5, Alteration 5. Do I want anything after Alteration 5? In Alteration 6, I will get larger casts of Eagle-Eyed Warriors would be good. Wooden Warriors. Don't really get anything there. I'll get Oozing Marshlands. So this does Quagmire. Okay, Quagmire would actually be really good to cast against The problem is Water 3, Earth 2, I would need either a really lucky random Levy Master or Construction 5 gear. Where is regular Quagmire? Is that an enchantment? I would also need specific gear to cast regular Quagmire. Um, Tides of Mud, that's okay. I need construction gear to make this useful to me in while I'm fighting the AI, because I'm lazy and I want gem spells. I'll just do construction 5 because I think that's stopping me from some things. I don't think I have enough gems to take advantage of conjuration 5. There's so much crap there. Like there's so many things. We'd be getting our death glamour ladies, which would be good. But there's just so much over there that I don't think it's something I should do right now. I don't have a lot of gems to take advantage of it. So we'll just keep marching up our actual combat magic. Okay, this one worked better. Monster of the Deep is just a Kraken that gets his butt kicked, and I kill some spies. Screw you. Okay, this is complete, so we'll get back to more doctors. I'm spamming doctors because since the role I'm using them for is as like kind of like a summoner, you can really just use a lot of them. I don't think there's a limit to how many you can get because these essentially are my front line. And on top of that, they're sacred, so their upkeep is less than the Levy Masters, which, although they're amazing mages, are really they're twice as expensive. So hell no. Throne of Fire down here. Adepts of Fury Phlegeton would be nice. And maybe that's something I can go for. Here's Gath. As I fight Midgard. Let's drop a lab. Let's, I can't afford to bump this up. Let me get rid of him. And actually bump this up to a fortress that way. Does that count as at war? No, everyone is apprehensive to me. So we're doing good on that front. Okay, we just keep marching down. This will be the last fight I get a School of Sharks in. So let me actually do this Atlantean province that looks a little bit more defended. Okay, site searching is going good. It's rather slow with this chick, but that's okay. At least she's doing me the air and fire magic that I wouldn't otherwise have, right? This guy should have been site searching. He's our earth magic source. He should have been doing that already. So that's a mistake. Okay. Let me stop patrolling here and just start bringing these troops over. And here I will need a commander. A better commander, so that way he's got some more leadership. This guy... Rainmaking would make me another 50 gold a turn. 55 gold a turn. But it's going to use up all my water gems, and I don't necessarily want to do that. Your thoughts on Call Sea Devils? I have no idea what they are, so let's cast it and find out. Ulm declared war on me. Earthblood Seepage, which is fantastic. Fantastic. 10 out of 10. Best event ever. 50 gold a turn. It's in the province I took too, so that's fortunate. Yep, you get those water strikes. Unarmored Atlanteans, yeah, they'll get clapped by that. So these guys don't have swimming like the Maori did, or the Maui did with this other nation, and they just have these really long pikes. But most of the penalty is the underwater and darkness penalty. But they should be able to repel the Shamblers pretty well. I'm specifically using the pikes, by the way. If you guys didn't know, non-pierce weapons take penalties when they attack underwater, and it doesn't show you those penalties. So like these glaive guys have a chance at having attack skill like 4 or something like that. I don't know how big the penalty is. Um, it's really, really bad for Morning Stars and blunt weapons. And then pierce weapons I don't think take any penalties at all. Which is why you see most things underwater have not claw attacks. I don't know if the Shamblers are affected because they're true amphibians. That's worth checking out. Okay, so we found an Earthblood seepage. So apparently I just had randomed a second Earth 2 Levy Master. So it wasn't a mistake from last turn, which is good. We found an Earthblood seepage, which is amazing. And we have a more powerful Death Sight in Vepitre. So I will cast Dark Knowledge there, rather than guess that it is a different site. Okay, this guy, I want you to build a temple. Okay, now that we can't do School of Sharks, can you cast anything better? Not really. So just do more Water Strikes. Okay, and now we'll go this way. Pretty good. Let me bump up the PD here slightly more because we got that event, which is going to provide me with more gold. We did twice born this idiot. Let me send him somewhere to get killed. Now, the one concern I have, and you guys can tell me this, is do you... So, the first game I did with Fenniscandia, I said, okay, I want to attack, player A, I think it was Makone, and then player B, Pangea, just suicided into me all freaking game and made me miserable. So since war has been declared on me by Erythea, and Ulm, I feel like I should just go fight those instead, and not Midgard. Maybe when I play against the AI, I shouldn't even debate whether I want to fight a player and just let them declare war on me, and then go from there. Maybe that's a better way of approaching this. Probably means they are set too aggressive and will never let go. Is that how the AI works? I don't know. Strength of Giants, it's not bad. Using a gem to cast it? No. This is shitty. I have the AI... So Kairos, I have the AI set to random, so it's possible. It's possible that they got set to aggressive. Oh shit. All right, 50 PD, let's go. Okay, so I'm at war with Erythea and Ulm. Okay, maybe slightly less than 50 PD. I want to build the slab here. Okay. Well, regardless, I guess I have all the units in one place. So let's just send this out that way. I think Erythea is going to be a problem. I think I should focus defensively against Ulm, and I think I should wipe Erythea off the map. Because they're going to contest me underground, or underwater too much. Let me see. I just fight whichever AI you fight unless you think you can win quickly. I don't think I can win quickly against any of them because I still have, like, trauma from Pangea just doing everything they can to screw me over. Like, literally having their cap under siege and they're still fighting me because screw the player. Yeah, so I think I'll just keep bumping. I'll keep the PD here in Defaros and defend against Ulm as best I can. They're probably going to need some reinforcements. What about this guy? Caster mixes earth and water to muddy sludge. So this is going to do slow. Yeah, this is going to do slow. And then every round will slime them, which is even worse. And apply a swamp effect? This does everything. No, if cast in a swamp. Okay. So if it's in a swamp, then it's even worse. Okay, or well, it's even harder to defend against. I'm gonna take 50 more dudes, and I'm gonna try to set up a defensive line against Ulm here. Pull this guy back a little bit. And he will cast Earth Power. What do I want him to cast? Weapons of Sharpness would actually be kind of hilarious, but there's no guarantee he's going to cast it on the front row that's doing melee damage. +4 strength would give these guys not a lot of additional strength to their Arbalest. It'll be at 16 strength. You get a third of 16, which is probably 5. It'll add 1 damage to the Arbalest. That's not worth it. Earth Meld is area effect 5, range 25. Mud Water will be range 25, area of effect 5. So similar to Earth Melt. And its magic resistance negates, so Ulm will have a hard time with that. Stone Skin is good. We don't have the larger temper armors. Okay, say we'll try Mud Water and see what happens. I think we'll try Mud Water and see what happens there. So let's see. You were asking about the Sea Devils. So you get the Hooligan Warriors that have Dark Power. Okay. Okay, they take a swamp penalty, so their stats aren't as bad as they should be. But this is a dual wielding. They're slashing attacks. I don't know if amphibians suffer penalties to their weapon type while underwater. But slashing attacks might not be as good under there, but they do have a net. The net is good. They can see... Okay, so they're probably really good at taking the deep sea provinces. So that's a good start. And then this Sahuagin guy has a bite and a bone trident. But I wonder if he takes a penalty. Oh, only a chance of the bite happening. So maybe that makes it so that they don't take a penalty? They're susceptible to fire. Okay, that's not a big deal. I mean, how many of these guys do you get? You get 17 dudes that can go underwater. Oh, one for every extra. Did I cast it once or twice? Oh, you get 8. 8 plus 1. So you're going to get 16 to 17 of these guys for 10 water gems. I don't like them. I don't like them because you can, for those 10 water gems, there's a lot of these water spells you can cast. I know that there's this construction thing where you just create rings of water breathing, like a lot of them. I think that one's good. And then there's these spells somewhere here. I think it's enchantment. I mean, I guess you have to have the mages, right? There's spells somewhere where it gives your mage water breathing powers. It gives them gift of water breathing, so you could just take regular troops underwater. I like that idea better than these Sahuagin guys. They're not bad though. I mean, 10 water gems for 150 hit points worth of units that have multi attacks, that have nets, they have dark power. They're not bad. I just think that the other ways of going underwater are going to be more efficient than doing it this way. Okay, that army right there, barbarians and Makimos. There's a lot more barbarians. That looks like they just want to get hit by archers. So let me see if I can sail or move some dudes. Oh, what's the map move? 12. Can you reach? No. If I remove this, can you reach? No. I guess this Levy Master. You can't sail with them, right? No. Crud. I wish I had a shipper. I wish my shippers were up in Rotterland. And I can just send in the siege defense that we're going to need in Hainath. This guy can send 75 units. We will have about that many. Okay. Okay, let me summon something. Because we might have a big battle soon, and this pretender can't fight just yet. I don't think any of this is currently going to be good for me. Clayman, technically. Problem with the Clayman is I'm not going to be able to sail them over. A pack of wolf spiders? What the hell's a wolf spider? I don't have a lot of death gems, so I'll try to see what the wolf spiders do. And then I'll send these guys over. Okay, with the 4 dudes that they can. I'll send them over just to provide a little bit of siege strength. I can't summon anything productive. It is what it is. Let's just hit end turn and keep moving. Alright, so we found a bunch of sites, which is good. Oh, we didn't check that fancy death site I found earlier, so I need to check that out. Yeah, so as expected, we get attacked in... The hell is this? Scarab from Erythea. So it has Fear. That's not good. Fire Flare. That had this 27 armor-piercing damage. Jesus Christ. Resistant to a bunch of things. This is... It tramples. Oh, this is going to be a pain in the ass. That's going to be a problem. Siege bonus? Yeah, this is a problem. What? Hold on, timeout. What else do they have? Scarab Beasts, not a big deal. Random Heavy Cav, not a big deal. Yeah, this Scarab's going to be an issue. High morale, high magic resistance, high everything. Just has awful stats, but this... Okay, so this is every turn. It's not a chance to be used. High fatigue cost. Okay, so maybe it fatigues itself out between trampling and that attack, and then you kill it. Okay. Okay, so it's going to kill elite troops really well. My PD. Okay, so it's going to do really good at killing elite troops, but then it'll... Is the Scarab AoE 1? Yes. This is like a Firebrand. It's essentially Firebrand, but better. 27 AP. That's going to kill super combatants. Yeah, that's a big problem. But the hope is that it tires itself out. This is PD, so it's not the biggest issue. I mean, obviously it'd be better if I had an army defending this, but... Like, alongside the PD. But then's the beats. Haven't seen these Makimoi in a bit. Yeah, they're not awful, because they're, like, absurdly cheap, so you can really spam them, but they're kind of bad, and they don't really synergize with how Erythea wants to play. Okay, so we got some sort of a route going. And these are just regular Arbalestiers. They're not the Oslam marksmen, so their melee stats are significantly worse, despite having the same equipment. Yeah. So, well, I mean, we did some damage. We'll be back for more later. Do nothing, Scarab? Yeah. It doesn't wade because of trample? Wait, I didn't know that. Trample prevents your dudes from wading? Alright, this guy's just here to get twice born. I didn't know that. So trample disables wading on your units. Crud. Another Eden, Jesus. Huh, I didn't know that. Alright, unfortunately, this guy did not roll into Death 4. This is definitely going to be an issue. I'm going to lose my entire underwater everything to Erythea. Okay. Oh, these are the wolf spiders I summoned. They look terrifying, those eyes. Okay, so they have a web attack. They're not bad. Paralyzing poison. Okay, good. I was gonna say if this was death poison, I was gonna say that's stupid. Oh, they're undisciplined and they're fast. Okay. 69. Nice. You can't make it there. Okay. All right. Erythea is going hard for me, so I'm gonna have to send them this way. I wish I would have sent these troops with the shippers, because they would have been able to fly over. I'm gonna lose my entire underwater to them. which, I mean, that sucks. But it is what it is. I think I have another turn before the fight, so I can fight them next turn. You can make it there. No, you can't. Oh no. I don't have any construction. No. Shit. Can I gateway? Do I have gateway yet? I don't. All right. Well, he's gonna have to move out early, and let me see what weapons I'm gonna want him to have. Fuel the fire removes my fatigue, so that's good to keep in mind. How many fire gems do I have? 7. So we're not. 7 should be enough. I don't have to scare False God today. So I'll probably do Desert Winds twice. Nothing particularly good there. I don't know what a Smoke Warrior is. I don't particularly want to summon one just because I don't have a lot of fire income. Okay. So we'll send him out. Let's give him some fire gems and some air gems. And so he will cast Phoenix Power. Desert Wind, Desert Wind. Fuel the power. Fuel the fire. I kind of want to do True Shot Warriors, but I kind of also want him to misform himself. So I hope he will misform himself. I hope he will misform himself. Okay, and these Sahuagin are going to last 2 seconds. Probably. They're going to last 2 seconds against the under the fire of all of these Arbalestiers. Okay. And in my capital, I'll have some mages. These guys can sail to Hainaf, which is good, unless they get attacked here in Suthu. So actually, I'll have these guys all patrol Suthu this turn. And because I can't, and because some of these are death too, I want them doing Horde of Skeletons instead. Because I don't want Erethea to move on to Suthu. Okay, those are the Edens. That was the suicide. Shade Beast, Pale Riders. I'll summon things here. Whites. Do I want whites? I get 5 for 15. I don't think I want to spend my gems. Not those there. My water gems, I could summon. I have 5 water gems. I could summon a whole lot of nothing. I can summon 2 Vile Waters. That's probably okay. Maybe a Tomb Oracle, a Golem. Oh, you're asking Kairos to profit something between a Golem or a Tomb Oracle. I would probably profit a Golem. Because the Golem can magic phase, the Tomb Oracle cannot. So I would probably, and especially if you're at the point where you're summoning Golems and Tomb Oracles, I would probably profit the Golem. Tomb Oracles are already Holy 3. So that's, I mean, the profit's not the biggest deal because you have the Holy 3s, but you also don't want to summon Tomb Oracles unless you know, your strategy and your Bless was revolving around them. But often you'd rather use those Death Gems for Sepulcrals or Shard Whites. So I'd probably do the Golem for the mobility. A Fake Queen. Fake Queens are good too. Their morale's garbage, so just remember you gotta give them. It's a TC with 8 globals up. If there's, just remember, because I subbed into a game at one point where one person had all the globals. Remember that this spell exists, and let me go find it for you. Where is it? Is it an Alteration 9? It might be. Astral Disruption. Yeah, that's the spell I'm looking for. I just don't know where it is. Is it Conjuration for some reason? No. You're working your way there? Yeah. There's, bro, I subbed into a game once where one player had all the globals and we passed the Astral Disruption with everything we had and knocked out everything, and it was glorious. It was glorious. Devil's Pond. Construction is soonish. Okay, so we have easy research, and honestly, it doesn't feel that crazy. So I kind of like this. Doing a pit stop since it looks like he's dying somehow. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, if he dies, then it's all gone. You almost took out all my globals except Dreams. Okay, so Dreams, I don't even remember how much I cast Dreams with, but it was a lot. Crud. I hope that doesn't turn into a Oracle, so we're going to have to hustle with that. Only the strength of your divine presence. I hope that doesn't mean my pretender has to physically be there. All right, so the faraway sea is just beating up these guys. And Lake Seaweed is just getting my butt kicked by Erythea because they're assholes. Okay, so we'll have this big fight. They have 500 units here. Jesus. Okay, so let's get in there. We're going to send all of these in. You guys are doing mosquitoes. You guys are doing that. These guys are breaking siege. They're undisciplined. Just kind of hold them in the back. Okay, and I can't skimp out on things here because that's actually like a scary amount of troops. So I have to be very, not wasteful, but Mud Warrior, Mud. Okay, it is Mud Warriors. Not wasteful, but I need to actually use my gems here. Oh, so Curse of the Sinking Mire is it's an Earth Grip and a Slime effect at the same time. It's very, very strong. Like if you hit people with this, they're out for the count, essentially. If you should have hearts. You should have had tarts forever ago. If you're playing Lady Jagartha, the whole purpose of you playing Lady Jagartha is Tartarians. So if you don't have tarts, you should have had tarts 10 turns ago. Definitely get Tartarians, dude. They are the end game goal for your nation. Just remember that they're also a pain in the ass to summon. Never forget that they're a pain in the ass to summon. That. A long dead Prinkaday. I don't really know that I can spare a Death Mage, but sure. How many do I get of those? Can you reach? Sailing. Hell yeah. Get up there. Okay, so we have all these guys here. Um, okay. Okay. These guys up there. One thing I could do as well. Hold on. I don't know if I have the research for it. Do I have... Yeah, I don't have Liquid Body. The Area of Effect Liquid Body spell is also really good on this nation. But I don't have the Alteration magic for it yet, unfortunately. You're recruiting that. You're recruiting that. My Dominion is actually kind of small, so that is a concern. Let me take a moment to recruit 2 priests. To site search my Dominion and actually try to bump it up a little bit. And then I hope I don't lose this fight. I scripted you, right? Yes. I did script him. Can this chick do anything really for me with Astral Magic? Not really, right? So I feel like I'd rather just leave her in the capital. And I can't even like summon angels or something. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a big fight here with Erithea. You should really try to grab. I know Tarts kind of goes against it, but you should try to grab the Death Global as well. Okay, so we have battle in Great Blue. Okay, and then this is our big battle against Erithea. So we have our Sahuagin, our flanky dudes. We have just a big kind of blob in the middle. They're supposed to have been a formation, but I guess I misjudged the amount of troops. We have a lot of Plague Doctor summoners. They have a second Scarab. They have a second Scarab. I wonder if we'll see their Bless. Not a lot of mages. Some mages, but not a lot. But this is a lot of shit, though. Good. Okay, that's their Bless. What got blessed? Yeah, I guess I didn't see really what got blessed. We'll figure it out eventually. And this guy, you're casting your Desert Winds. Okay, good. Okay, here's my front line creeping out. That's good. The mosquitoes kind of hopping into the back line and messing around. So this is what it looks like an indie throne. Yeah. This is where the mosquitoes are really good at because they've got all their mages kind of lined up in the back here, and none of them have bodyguards. So the mosquitoes are very likely to just hop out and knock out all the commanders or all the mages from the back. Okay, so here's Curse of the Mire or whatever, and it's essentially Slime and Earthmeld together. Oh, it's Slime, Earthmeld, and Slow together. Sorry, which is ridiculous. And it's pretty hard to get out of. I don't think none of those like reduce your strength, but it's pretty strong. Okay, we can finally see their Bless. Defense skill, Swamp Survival. Okay. I call BS that I play the nation that relies on swamp spells and then they get swamp survival. Sure. Okay, so I think we might be out of summons for a little bit. So I'm hoping they stop using magic, and I hope the mosquitoes kill their backline soon. Okay, so who again are running? Okay, those volleys are doing work. I'll tell you that much. Okay, my wolf spiders and Sahuagin are running. But the rest of the front line is holding. These mudmen are super duper good at holding the front line because they have a lot of hit points and good regeneration, but low protection. So later on, when I can give them more protection, I think they're going to be more solid. But the main deal with them and these skeletons is that they don't care if you shoot them in the back of the head. They don't worry about friendly fire. I don't like this flanking force over here of ethereal soldiers of the setting sun. That's not ideal. What are you casting? Protective Winds, Gift of Cheated Fate, Cold Resistant Thunder Ward. Oh, casting AI. Never change. Oh, I think we got her up. Jesus. They just got wiped out. Yeah, these crossbowmen with 75 attack range, 20 precision. Flaming arrows. Poison arrows, I guess from the Plague Doctors. Pretty friggin' good. Pretty good. pretty good. I lost a doctor, my summons, and otherwise just kicked ass. Pretty good, I would say. Get wrecked. Get wrecked, asshole. Okay. They had a bad time. Yeah, any melee unit in this fight had a really bad time. Okay, so I need to do that fight that I just did without my PD. Oh, I didn't have PD there. Okay, good. I need to do that fight 2 more times and go sit on Erethea's capital. And then I don't know what to do else from there. I don't know what else to do from there. Okay, well, more of those is good. Uh, uh, I technically need to upgrade this fort more. Okay, that's summoning that, and each one of those can bring 4 troops. So we'll just bring 4 of these Arbalesters. Or actually, if I really want to mess with the but these are a different size. Never mind. We'll do 4 Arbalesters. If I really want to mess with the AI, the Cuirassiers are really good with the mobile archers. Especially like little small squads. So I might do that. Okay. This guy says he's done site searching in the south. I mostly, I guess, agree with him. So he can head back. Okay. We're building that palisade there. That PD's real high. That PD's real high. Ulm is just building all the forts, which is good, because if they build all these forts in their cap circle, they might not be able to afford any actual units. Okay, so we've got one of these, and we should send her out site searching as well, because I don't think I've site searched Astral. Maybe I should have had Istanbul searching Astral. It's only 5 research she's giving me, so let me have her do that too. Okay. So now I need to march out. I'm kind of scared to march out, because if I lose this army, I think I'm kind of screwed. Really, the name of the game is just the Arballists. These shippers, they can have infinite size points. Okay. So they don't care. We can have 2 Arbalists or 1 hand crossbows. I'll do 2 Arbalists here. These hand crossbows, I'll just keep small groups of these, because they're going to be little assholes when it comes to what the AI is going to try to do. I don't need these guys as bodyguards. That was just so I can sail them. Same for these guys. Arguably, I should probably get like targeteers as bodyguards for all my mages, since I'm using so many mages. You have the same leadership that this guy has, but he's kind of maxed out, so. And I don't have any gear. I'm literally running around with a naked Titan. That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Especially as I go deeper into enemy dominion. Oh, that's gonna be dangerous. I want this fort Suthu to just be producing more mages, because they can sail immediately. That's why I'm doing the priests down in the south. Okay, let's hit in turn. That was a really good fight. I'm gonna try to sit on Erethea's capital, and then clear that out. the little tactic where I sit on it, move off, and then come back. And shit, I forgot about the Oracle. Shit. Well, that's gonna be there forever. Okay. Is there underwater squads? There's nothing we're gonna be able to do about their underwater crap for a very long time. Okay. Oh, dang. I need to script my army better. I need to put their units more forward. Because I don't want the first volley of if they have crossbows to hit my mages. I want the summons to come up in front, but I don't want my mages to be the front line like that. And apologies if you hear the dog barking in the background. It's Schnauzer life. What happened to this guy? Oh, he's slowed and slimed. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, so we can't kill the scarabs, essentially. We can just route them. Although we disease this one with the mosquitoes, so that's gonna be good. I think technically the Mudman could kill them because the Mudman, if I can click one, has a armor-piercing attack. So potentially they can kill a scarab. Okay. That's a good fight. Wiped out the rest of their army. That's really good. The damn horror cult, man. I'm not as familiar with the event. Can you guys do me the favor? Is there anything I can do about the horror cult, or is like, that's it? This cavern forever, this province forever is going to be horror cult. Ooh, maybe I can take this one. Maybe I can take this castle first. No. Let me take this one while I get a bigger army. Because I can go in one turn to the Saran Forest. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so a preach option or patrolling it down. Okay, well the unrest is 0, but maybe there's like an event that you need the soldiers for. So let's have these guys preach up here. And you are not actually here to preach. You are here to start site searching because I don't know if you guys do this in your games, but you all should site search holy pats whenever you can, especially with the if you have recruitable holy threes, especially with a recruitable holy three. But if you don't, I mean, even holy one is going to get you the majority of the sites that you want. Do I bump up the PD here? I don't think it's a big deal to bump that up. I don't think that's a big deal. Let me just spam recruitment. It's fine. I'll just make as many recruits as I can, and the shipper. At some point, if I get too many, I'll just send out a shipper with to pick them up. How did these long dead look? Is this worth a mage turn for 2 of these? I mean, probably not, but it's gonna be cool, so why not? We're gonna go up that construction research that we desperately need. We have alteration 5. The problem with setting some of my mages to do... So the problem with alteration 5 and setting some of my mages to do like group bark skin is that that competes with mosquitoes. But it's probably worth it to have a few guys do group arc skin. No, just the 2? 3? Just do like just do 2 group arc skins and then mosquitoes. Hold on, where are they? These 3. There. And now I'll have them kind of be on these frontline squads. And that should be okay. And you need your 2 new gems. I really wish I could craft this item right now. I don't know if this is enough to hit construction 3. Where is my profit? Okay, she's searching this province. I'll do it next turn. I hope, yeah. I hope they don't attack Suthu. I'm gonna be able to recruit a lot of troops from Suthu. Can you show me the events for the horror cults? Okay, let me see. It has a chain that gets worse. Oh, Jesus. The nun site? Yeah, so the nun site for a lot of nations is a game changer. That's actually like really important to get for nations that don't have disease healers, but have aging mages or priests or commanders or whatever. Thankfully, as Rotterdam, disease is never an issue because your primary mage is a disease healer. But for sure, if you are a nation with aging commanders, nuns are great, and you can get them with holy ones. I don't know if I want to bump up the PD in Forest of Springs or not. I'm going to, anyways. I'm mostly worried about Suthu. I feel like I need so many commanders to get things done, and I don't think I have enough CP. So maybe taking this castle from Erythea is going to be really helpful. Oh, damn. 3 sites in Ramesia. And there's another one. We just can't get it. Okay, so let's see. The rest of I don't care about the underwater fights. I've accepted that they're going to take underwater for now, and I'll get it back later. Okay, so this is where I just bumped up the PD. Is that enough barbarians to win? I don't think so. I could be wrong. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so totally worth it. 71 troops, including some more sacreds. Yeah, totally worth it. Okay, Devil Pond, don't care. Saran Forest, so this is the fortress. Alright, so I'm gonna have that horror site forever. It is... Everyone wants to see that. Jesus, we'll blot out the sun. Alright, so what did I find in Ramesia? A battlefield, a bone door tower, and another battlefield. And then there's a better nature site here too. So I can Haruspecs it. The Haruspecs is nature 3. So I'll risk it. I'll risk sending a nature 2. Oh, and this will give me a lot of gems too. What's my siege strength? 412. The walls are moderately damaged, so he does have stuff in there. Preaching requires 3 dominions. Okay, if you caught it early, preaching requires 3 dom. False prophet is heretic. Your patrolling troops might get wrecked by a gore tide. Okay, so I'm gonna get my ass beat essentially if I try to do anything about the horror cult, is what you're saying. See, if I was fighting a player, I feel like I would send just like I would split off these guys and set the 2. How much province defense did he have? He didn't really have a lot of province defense. If I was fighting a player, I would just split off these Death 2 guys and just do like 2 into each of these provinces. And just have them do Horde of Skeletons. And against players, that's usually enough to win. or to take a province. I don't know if that'll work against. I don't know how hard the AI wants the PD dump. Here's another death 3. We can twice burn this guy. That's really good death income for now. I don't really have like a spare. Let me get a spare commander. Just ping some of these provinces because I want to see how hard AI PD dumps. Yeah, you're coming over here to site search. This would be a good levy master to do. He just did this. That would be good. But he can't. Oh, this is too many people. There you go. It has to be 4. There's new patrol spells too. What do you mean new patrol spells? Cookies like that they give you province defense, or to patrol things out, is what you mean. They get patrol strength. Oh yeah, those are really good. Those are really good, especially at choke points. But okay, so my goal with this horror thing is to try to patrol out something and then hope I don't die to the gore tide. Because gore tides are not. Oh, shit. Oh, get wrecked. Gore tides are no joke. Okay, so I want to patrol it. Okay. Get friggin' wrecked vampires. These guys on hold and attack. Shenanigans. This guy marching forward rather than... Okay, summon imps. Not a bad spell. Might be a little late for you, buddy. Get wrecked vampires. For science, could try preaching there. Okay, so we got a hero, William the Silent Stat Holder. He is, let's see, after Marignon's Tercios conquered Rotterland, he rose to power as a loyal servant of the Marinese court. However, as the administrators bungled the levy and reclamation projects, he was forced to watch his people sicken and starve. Meanwhile, the Blood Court and the Inquisition were a fork and a knife that carved Rotterland to the bone. That must be, that sounds like Ulm. So finally, William can stand it no more. United under charismatic rulership and a new faith, Rotterland's heart bloomed with revolt. As an able tactician and politician, he became a figurehead of the struggle against Marignon and was instrumental in their defeat. He's irrationally paranoid of assassination attempts and wishes to be guarded at all times. I mean, if you were the main person telling Marignon to fly kite, I feel like, yeah, it makes sense for you to be paranoid. I kind of want to... What does he summon when he does summon allies? I wonder. Let's search there. Look at this asshole building underwater forts. How dare he? You're Savan, you're surprised how killy the Puritan soldiers can get with a mean bless that is air shield and quickness. Wow. They're Temu warriors of the 5 elements in late age due to 2-weapon fighting. Yeah, these guys, I mean, you could probably do something with them. My big issue with them, and this is from my own experience, is the plate cuirass is not good enough to keep your dudes alive in the late age against crossbows. And I say this because in Dominions 5, the Marinese Sacred, I don't think there's a Marignon in this game, that halberdier has had this same equipment, and they would just get shredded by my own crossbows. Yeah, you would need air shield, essentially. Now, quickness, I don't know if you want quickness on your bless. I don't know if you want quickness on your bless because of how many water mages you get. Now, the other part of that, Yes, you get a lot of water mages, but how I've barely used these levy masters because of how expensive they can get if you make too many. And for every levy master that you use, you don't have a doctor. But I guess that's inherently, I guess that's a different way to play the nation than what I'm doing right now. So that's also super freaking valid. Like, I don't know what's over here. I hope it's not another nation. Oh, these guys are stealthy. Huh, look at that. Alright, so this is where the vampire was. He killed my shipper, which is the guy constructing the fort, so we don't want that. Hmm. Okay, not the biggest of deals. This is still not... The walls are severely damaged. Okay. This guy... So this guy can't sail, actually, the stat holder. He's really inspirational. Okay, good to know. Let's see. Yeah, they just completely kicked me out of the water. Kind of shenanigans. Let me get 2 shippers up here. Arguably, I'm not really using my death gems right now. Vessels of the Damned. Only cast underwater. Oh, man. That would have been a good one. This is the Sailing Captain? Oh, this would have been real good. 10 death gems for 50 Long Dead Buccaneers. That would have been a good thing to have underwater. Hell Riders. Behemoth. 5 death gems for a Behemoth is pretty good. That's actually really good. Do I just want Shade Beasts again anyways? No, I can't afford to spam Shade Beasts. And I can't sail with a Behemoth. I can't sail with Shade Beasts either because the shippers don't have leadership. Huh. But the Shade Beasts I can eventually send to reconquer the underwater. So I will just start spamming those. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, and then I found an item this turn. The hell's this? What the hell is this thing? Wraith Skull. An ancient Wraith Mage in battle manifests and use their magical skills. Okay, now the question is, does that Wraith Mage have a cold aura? Look at Abyssia over here. Oh, Abyssia is going to try to vulture all this shit from me. No. We're not... Okay, hold on. Abyssia, you're not vulturing shit, my friend. How are we going to do this? Because if I fight over here, I need this throne. So I need access to it. So I need Girthurg, and I don't necessarily want to fight another nation. Where the hell is Abyssia? I guess maybe they're down here somewhere? Okay, well, I'm not about to lose all this crap to some shithead. So let me put a dude up there. Okay, you're gonna come here with like 3 of these guys. Everyone else is gonna come up here. Okay. Guess you can. Or here. We don't really need you there anymore, so you can come up here now. That looks kind of hella ugly. So let's bump this up a little bit. Abyssia is to the left, you said? Right. Okay. Yeah, Abyssia was across the water. They haven't even taken these indies. Eventually, we'll come for the bulwark. Yeah, you've got a point. There's, I'll probably win with like these 3 thrones and this one. Because I need 4 thrones to win. Yeah, so I'll probably win, I guess, with these 4 thrones. Coming through this way. Okay, that makes sense. Uh, 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 40 PD. I mean, I hope 40 PD is enough. I mean, I might have to have like a few permanent patrollers over there. Ooh, another Earth 2. I guess, well, this Earth 2 was one of the patrollers. I need him up there. Can you reach? Hell yeah. Sailing is great. Yeah, look at all these places you need to site search. Earth 2 guy. Slacking. You have this, right? Okay. Ares sending all their stuff at me. Yeah, I just assume at this point that the AI is always just going to do their best to, like, suicide their way into me. And it just... I mean, it is what it is, man. Okay, as expected, Abyssia is trying to take my Vulture. And, I mean, they failed. And then, yeah, this should be... These Macamoy, like, I feel bad for these dudes. Oh, these are the Thyreophoroi. I feel bad for these dudes with this a leather cuirass. Yeah, that sucks to be them. Okay, so they got clap there. Ulm tries to attack me again in Defaros. The turn before... That's a lot. That's a lot. And although I have an army here, I don't know if this is going to be good for me. Because Amazon PD is not the greatest. I mean, hopefully they can... They're the dodgy Pegasi and stuff. And then these crossbowmen can do something. But this is not good at all. Oh man, and my Arbalists are firing into the back. I should have had them on fire cavalry. Yeah, I think I'm dead here. I think I'm going to lose this province, the fort, and now Ulm is going to be attacking me from the side. I mean, I also wouldn't have been able to script half of these guys because the vampire attack. Which is also kind of thematic. AI just attacking any play, like Zan, like any play, yeah. So the vampire attack preceding this, killing my commander, super freaking thematic now, with Ulm being an asshole. So now my province defense is all dead. And it's down to the line of the also the marksman again. They didn't get anything else in their bless, right? No, just reanimator. Okay, so as long as I don't PD route, hopefully I can hold. Shocking Grasp? Hell yeah. You know, it looks like I'm having a bad time. I mean, Shocking Grasp spam, though. If you're just gonna cast that over and over again, I'm cool with this. No, not Stellar Decree. Shocking Grasp. My mages did route, though. So the only commanders left are the PD commanders. And it looks like they're also gonna start booking it soon. Damn, man. Shocking Grasp, though. I've literally never seen this spell cast by a player. Wow. And this is the Priestess. This is the Sacred. They're not even supposed to have air magic. It's only a chance that they get it. What a defense. Get wrecked, Ulm. I lost half of everything. Get wrecked, Ulm. Okay, so there's a Nature 3+ site in Ramacia. I do not have a mage that can handle that, unfortunately. Oh, this guy won. I wasn't expecting this guy to win. I was not expecting him to win. I'll take it. Okay, well, all my commanders routed, so once more, I do not have any, I don't have my damn fort there, and that's getting kind of annoying. So I think this wave of reinforcements is actually going to come... is going to come from... the capital is going to come down this way. Come down this way. And we'll defend Dofaros that way. This is the Throne of Misfortune, so it's not a throne I even want. Yeah. Okay, so Bithia is attacking Erythea, which is good. I'm going to stop recruiting these guys here. This into the Forest of Springs. This into the Saran Forest. So these guys are to be kind of like in a skirmish formation. They're going to do fire closest and keep distance. They should still have enough morale to be okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting this guy to win. Femini's up here. That's whatever. Indies are attacking Erythea. Good. Screw you, Erythea. I hope everything bad happens to you. Ah, crud, I left the scout, so I don't have the fire gems for the this fight here. Okay, that's fine. How's my magic doing? I'm almost at construction 5, which is good. And I feel like once I get like really good uh air magic, if I could get like Army of Mist, I think we're gonna be super okay. Right? The Dopharos, I kind of want to add a little bit more PD, but it doesn't even do much. Okay, so let's do a hold and attack rear. These guys have infinite morale, so it doesn't matter. We're going to put them in the back, and I want them to rush around and kill the commanders. You can do guard commander. You're on hold and fire. You're on stay behind troops. You are going to earth power. You're going to do like a soldiers of steel, just one, and then do curse of sinking mire and screw up those the knights. Over here, I think I had one mage doing temper armors, so let's swap him out to soldiers of steel. Body of flame. So it's gonna give me body ethereal, heat aura, and fire shield. Okay, I don't want the heat aura. I guess just flaming arrows. I don't want the heat aura. I don't want to take Canyon of Sand, though. There's no guarantee this works. Let me give him like 2 gems or something. For their fatigue. Actually, I'm going to send this guy. You can do the horse skeletons, and you guys should be in the back. I kind of want to take Canyon of Sand or Bone Lands because of that guaranteed 2 Earth gems. And my Earth is starting to stack up. I gotta figure out something to do with it. Colossal Shrimp. Sonic Spirit. Stone Guardians. I think I saw these against the AI and they're pretty good. I might do Stone Guardians. Looks like we had a big battle. Okay, so this is just my super low effort. I'm trying to get this guy killed. If this works, great. If it doesn't work, great. I don't think it's going to work. Yeah. Okay. It was worth a shot. Okay, so I think I have bumped up the PD here a little bit. Okay. He sent a lot of mages. If we can kill those mages, that'd be great. Okay, PD dump works. I don't think we're gonna get the mages, but that's okay. Yeah. The battle in the Bonelands. So this is where we're gonna see our cuirassiers do the hand crossbow thing. And it's gonna do nothing because they're just gonna shoot at each other. But one side has mosquitoes annoying them and the other one doesn't. Pretty good. Okay. Erythea tries to bump up Abyssia and they fail. I get attacked in Dopharos again by Ulm. The hell's this? Displacer Beast. They instantly move to any square in combat. That can be pretty good. Magical Fangs. Armor Piercing Tentacle. This is really strong. 11 natural protection. 15 defense skill. Spirit Sight. Glamour. This is pretty good. I don't know how to summon this. I would summon these. Map move 20. Okay, hopefully now with the Shade Beasts, I can thread in the back line and not have to... Maybe I can kill some of these assholes. I think I should be okay with this one, though. There's significantly less knights. Although there's significantly less marksmen as well. Oh, looks like the Displacer Beast went to the back line to try to kill my commander. They're ethereal as well. Ethereal Glamour. Thankfully, the Shade Beasts don't care. Okay, yeah. Shade Beast was definitely the right choice, especially for this army. Or for, I guess, countering that specific unit. I was kind of hoping at least one of those squads would go to the back and do something, but apparently not. I'm pretty sure they all died. Yeah. They did their job, though. Okay. And then we have a battle in the Saran Forest, so this should be Arathea trying to bump me off the fort. They bring back those scarabs, they bring a cat and a Zephyr. They bring some False Gods Ichthyeids, but it's not enough. I think I just have way too many crystals. Where's Gifts from Heaven when you need it? Jesus, making this thing ethereal. God, this damn scared. See, this is why it's important to not use my own real troops, because I feel like I would just shoot them all to hell. Vacation rituals are cheaper. This guy did not get the death magic bonus. Okay, hopefully I can finally build this damn fort. Okay, we got Canyon of Sand. Good. And Saran Forest is empty. Oh, we didn't check the Wraith Mage. Let's check that out real quick. I'm going to storm the fort, and after we storm this fort, I am going to end it here. And I will try to record some of this tomorrow, because I will be out for the next 2 weeks. Sniffer the cat. Tractor, the Wraith Mage, he does have a chill aura, so that could be annoying. An Astral one, oh, here he is. Yeah, he's over here. An Astral one wouldn't be bad, but that cold aura can probably get annoying. Okay, good to know. Let's storm the crap out of this castle, and hopefully not die in the meantime. We are not making the mistakes we've made in the past. I don't think I have... Okay, so this group of marksmen is going to be on hold and attack rear. And same these pikemen, and we're going to be doing Gift of Flight. I don't think we have another air mage that can do it, because it's an air 2 spell. Okay, we're going to watch them fall happily. And I'm going to send these reinforcements down this way again. I don't want to lose this damn province. Hold and fire cavalry. Hold and fire cavalry. Ulm can keep attacking me if they so wish. But I'm not losing the province. Guy's got 38 health. Not good. Let's get some secretaries. Okay. That's good. Oh, my research is empty. Well. What do I want from research? How many gems do I have? I don't have a single astral pearl income. Jesus. Maybe earlier I should have sent out the little Titan assistants, because this is kind of like a Titan with 2 site searchers. I have a lot of Earth gems to cast something, but I don't have the paths to really do like a mechanical militia or something like that. I don't have enough air, astral, or fire to do a global. So maybe I just go up construction 7 and turn nature gems. No, that I can already do that construction 5. What's a spell I really want to cast? I guess an alteration like Army of Mist is kind of like almost a game-winning spell. Alteration 8 is a while from here. Stellar Focus would be good. I have no pearls. When I conquer Earthea, I'll have some pearls. No, I'm just mostly going to get fire gems out of them, Jesus. Huh. I mean, maybe with Construction 7, I can Titan underwater better. Let me think. You cast Oozing Marshlands. I can already cast Oozing Marshlands. That's a good one. I can do Wave Warriors with gems. Fortress of Ice won't work because I have heat. Massive gift of water breathing can help me really take things over underwater. Let's do alterations 6 and 7. Let's go alteration 7. Let's just go straight to alteration 8. Screw it. And what I'll do with that, the purpose I'll do that is to try to showcase whether or not Dominions, like how good Dominions Enhance is at bringing a land army underwater. And we'll do that with high alteration because that's going to let these levy masters lead a crap ton of troops and also craft many water breathing rings. Oh, I'll need construction 6 too. So let's do that. To craft these many water breathing rings. Iron flies. And then we'll go and retake the water from Erythea, which is a legitimate like underwater threat, probably in the late age one of the stronger underwater nations. And if we retake the underwater from them, I think that would be a good showcase of what DE helps with when it comes to going underwater. We're going to need to spend... Yeah, let me storm this fort and then figure out what gems I'm going to be spending on my pretender to equip him so he's not running around naked, and then we will end the stream there. Because if not, I'm going to forget to equip the guy. Well, I mean, I could always fail the storm. That would be bad. I hope I don't fail the storm. Okay, Gertherg, we lose. That's fine. Dopharos, we're attacked again. Jesus, Olm, get a life. Let me build this fort in peace. Oh, we got them in a good cast of that Earth Grip slime spell. The Stinking Mire, I think it is. We got him in a good one. Okay, a lot of my dudes are rotting again. Usually it's not the marksman around it, just the PD. Okay, Holm loses again. Please. Go away. I lose the rest of my Shade Beast, that's okay. Hopefully they let me build the fort in peace. Okay, and now we attack in the Shroud Forest. Okay, it looks rather empty, which is good. Hello, his rotundity. How's Rotterland treating you? I haven't tried them, but I remember them being pretty hard to use back in Dawnfire. I feel like they would immediately roll over to air and fire magic, but if the opponent doesn't have those, I think they're gonna have a good time. Especially even in Dominions 5, their weakness looks to be evocations. And I feel a lot of players, especially in Dominions 5, didn't really care for evocations. They just wanted to buff up their troops, and I mean, spells like this that slime, slow, and earth grip your units and then they get shot by an Arbalest, I feel like that's pretty good. The problem I would think with Rotterland in like a multiplayer setting is once things have arrow fend and these crossbowmen can't do Arbalest bullshit, what do you do? I think that's the problem. I lost 2 doctors. That's not good. I think that would be the issue with... I immediately get attacked by sea dogs, but since I attacked, I stormed the fort this turn, I can't do anything about that. Alright, I want to equip this guy. I think that would be an issue with Rotterland in like a multiplayer setting. Kind of like, what do you do after crossbows don't work anymore? Because your roster's awful. You can't use your cavalry later, because obviously the low magic resistance. Well, I guess in Dominions 5 you're fine, but... I mean... yeah, you can put an Imprisoned Bless on the Puritan soldiers. Sergeants are really good, but they're really expensive. Like, I don't know if a sergeant is worth 2 halberdiers, kind of thing. I mean, I guess you just spam halberdiers and then hope that you just earth grip your enemy. Kind of. They feel really good in Dominion 6. There's a battle earlier in the stream. It was a pretty quintessential battle against Erythea on this fort, Hynaf. Where I kind of showcased the shenanigans that you pull in a field battle by just stacking a lot of these doctors and having them spam mosquitoes and horde of skeletons. And essentially, the opponent gets stuck. And these guys also form Mundmen. Mundmen are really useful. And essentially, the enemy's going to get stuck on all of your summons, and then just get shot to shit by your awesome marksman. And then if they actually get to your marksman, they tend to have so much fatigue that the really high stats of these marksmen kind of shine, and they will wallop whatever they're fighting, probably. Especially if your mages have chosen to sit there and buff them for how many rounds? 10, 30 rounds of buffs, the marksman will probably beat the crap out of whatever is attacking you. Or whatever they get in melee with, if they somehow get past all of your summons. If. Alright, so I'll also patrol out with this. Everyone else could just chill here, because we're going to need to send them out anyways. Whoa, patrol. Patrol. Or not patrol, break siege. Not bad. You're right. Okay, so now I upgrade to real units over here into Pharos, so I will just permanently patrol with these guys. And we should be fine. Let me get like one good commander here. We'll work on upgrading that eventually. And send him that way. Fine. Just move this here. Get this guy out of here too. Okay, and then what equipment are we crafting? We need the boosters first. First and foremost, always get the boosters, which is just going to be the skull staff. I don't think, or in here I have an earth 2. We're going to have an earth 2 do the earth boots. And I'll flash all these in a second. This is just kind of like, as soon as you get to that next level of construction, you want to get everything. They're weirdly competent combatants. Yeah, I opened up the stream kind of saying it's weird how strong these guys are with a Pavis in melee and a dagger. I feel like they should get a short sword or something. But the short sword's gonna make them even stronger in melee. So I don't know, but they just shank people real good. Okay, so now that I've got the basics out, I want to gear up my pretender so that he, doesn't just die. And a Clown Curus might be good, because then he doesn't have to spend a spell slot. Oh, he can build himself a winged helmet, another booster. And that leaves me with a lot of earth gems to spend, so maybe not. The Cloud Curus would be good, so he doesn't have to misform himself. Hydra Skin Armor would be good if he is on the defense, but it's also really low protection, and that's going to be his biggest weakness. And it needs to be a lightweight armor. Kind of keep coming back to that one. Silver Hauberk's not bad. I always like the Bright Mel Hauberk for pretenders, because it's very expensive. But it's literally your pretender. Maybe I'll craft that next turn. This turn, I need to figure out where the hell my flying chicks are. Okay, not that one. I need the other one. This one needs to go into a thing and forge me fire magic stuff, because he's busy, and he's the only other fire mage. Ring of Regeneration is going to be good. So will the Boots of the Messenger. I almost want to say to get him a shield, but shields tend to bring encumbrance values that I don't want him to deal with, because he's casting spells, right? A Wraith Sword could potentially be good. If he does get in melee, he'll recover his fatigue and heal. What are his stats anyways? I kind of want like a fire in the jar as his other miscellaneous slot. Helmet-wise, I don't know. He just needs a hat on his head so he doesn't die. It's not a big deal what the hat does. Just get him a nice helmet. Same thing could be said for the Coral Blade. And then, is there like an earthy weapon? Yeah, a giant sword. Okay, so now his weapons are done. His weapons are done. His armor's done. His feet's done. His miscellaneous is done. And we'll do the body armor and the other mislot next turn. I'll hopefully remember that. Hopefully. Let me go upgrading this fort here. The fortress. You've got units that I'll use when I go straight to Erythea. They have a Titan of Death and Rebirth. Could have been friends, buddy. My Dominion is terrifyingly small, so I need to really focus on getting secretaries right now, unfortunately. And either preach it up or just start dotting my lands with temples. Otherwise, I'm literally going to die. So, let's go over cheaper gear in DE, right? Some gear is cheaper cookies. But also the hammer, if I could find it, is worse. The Dwarven Hammer is 5 gems cheaper and has a forge bonus 1 cheaper. So it's nerfed, definitely. But some of like this gear is extraordinarily cheap. The problem is always still going to be the mage turn on it, though. Maybe I just give my dude a Kithranic Lion Pelt as a body armor. That's lightweight. He doesn't have a way to buff up his natural protection. Yeah, I'm just gonna Lion Pelt him. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I desperately need to bump up my Dominion, but for now, as the end of this stream, and again, I will try to record this, but I honestly can't promise I will have it up for the next 2 weeks because I will be out of town. But when I come back, we'll continue this because I'm really having fun with Rotterland. Okay, so province-wise, I'm up there, especially once I take a little bit more of Erythea and reclaim my underwater lands. Midgard's huge, and Abyssia is getting huge, but I think that's okay. Fort-wise, I'm also up there on forts, and once I take Erythea's capital, we'll be good, and then if I invade their underwater, we'll be super good. Income, I mean, I have Death 1, I'm pretty sure, in my scales. So a lot of my provinces are going to be like net neutral or losing population. But I do have Order 3, Production 3 at all times. So that's kind of good for my income. And then hopefully people like Erythea, dum-dums like Erythea have growth. They don't. And they build up the lands for me. Gem income-wise, I mean, I'm doing okay. I'm doing alright. No one's blood hunting, really. Research, wow. I mean, to be fair, I'm walking around with like 30 mages. So I think it kind of makes sense that my research is awful. Dominion-wise, I'm on my deathbed. So yeah, definitely, I think I'm going to cut. I think my army is a good size right now that I can cut almost everything from it and just focus on dropping temples so that I don't die. So literally so that I don't die. And then later on, once I take the underwater back, and I can even probably take the underwater with my pretender. Once I take the underwater back and I drop a bunch of temples there, I think I'll be okay. Yeah, because like look at this, like temples in every province for the AI. It's the late age; they don't have anything else to spend their money on. You know, it is what it is. Just build a bunch of priests. Is there any other graph worth showing? The army size graph. So Erythea went from having the largest army to more middling. My army's kind of doing well, and most of my army is honestly is these elite troops. It's either these awesome marksmen or these cuirassiers. So not only do I have a pretty up there army, but it's quality. It's all quality. So my research is hurting and my dominion's hurting, but I think I can turn those around pretty well, especially because I haven't really been taking losses in my war. Micklin looks like they're about to die. Ulm's been Ulm's been getting their ass beat because they insist on attacking me in Defaros. It's a shame I won't be able to connect. Like the army that I send this direction here in Erythea won't directly connect with Ulm. Nor do they have a throne other than this one that I can really go to. Would have to be going through Abyssia, who never took this province or this province. I don't understand. But Midgard is up here. Midgard is huge. All right, well, that's enough rambling for now. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.